MTN Nigeria plans to issue up to 72.1 billion naira Series 10 commercial paper under its 250 billion naira program as the company looks to diversify its funding sources. Mercy Okon, research analyst at Parthian Securities, joins me now for more on this. Mercy, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, this MTN story, the issuance, what are the most important elements that we need to know about this story?
I mean, it's not surprising. So, with the high interest rate and the high FX rates, it's likely for companies to move towards raising capital locally. So this is actually not unexpected. And we might likely see companies trying to raise capital locally henceforth. So you might try to do issuance of CPs, you might try to do right issues, and also it's nothing really out of the ordinary. So this is just them raising funds locally, yeah.
Right. I wanted to go, let's talk about trading for today, the broader market. As you know, it's Black Friday. And of course, with Black Friday, it's all about discounts. Any stocks that come to mind for you that you see trading at a discount that investors could snap up on a day like this?
I think there's a little bit of a bargain hunting going on with some of the banks. Then there's Orlando and Dang Sugar as well. So yeah. So, but you would see that a lot of activities are seen within the penny stocks, and this is because of the pricings that they are currently at.
I've had a conversation about penny stocks not too long ago with an analyst, and it didn't appear to be a lot of positive sentiment around penny stocks. I know that obviously many stocks, many names have advanced this year at the stock market, the whole, rising ship lifting, rising tide rather, lifting all ships and all of that. But when you talk about penny stocks, what names come to mind for you, and what would be those fundamentals that you would point to for investors?
So I think basically now, for those ones we are seeing appreciating in price, and investors actually reacting positively to them, it's majorly because of some sort of corporate actions. Aside from Mikio, who just listed recently, and we've been seeing that there's been limited supply on that particular stock. I mean, from when it listed at 6 naira, we've seen it appreciated to about 9.21 naira, which it did today. You would see Veritax and Unity Bank as well. This is actually because of some speculation about a proposed merger and acquisition between Providus and Unity Bank. However, there hasn't been any information yet on that, and neither have they informed the NGX regarding that yet.
Right.
So yeah, it's largely driven by corporate action. So we also see that for PZ, at the point where we got the news regarding the buyout of the minority shareholders and majority shareholders at 21 to 23 naira, we saw some rallying there as well for investors trying to position ahead to just take advantage of the buyout. Yeah, and a couple of the banking stocks. I think the banking stock were quite active this week. I mean, a bulk of the volume and a bulk of the value of transactions we saw this week were on the banking stock. Apart from MTN, which we saw in major, so MTN actually led the value chart on Wednesday, hence why the market actually did close negative, because we saw the price dropped from 239, which it opened at to 238, and it's been flat at that rate since then.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say, just looking at the overall, for these companies listed on the NGX, it's been a tough operating environment for most of these companies this year, perhaps maybe except for the banks, in terms of return on investment for the year. But what would you say keeps investors optimistic? We've seen this rally, we've seen the all-share index hitting, historic highs, one after the other. But what would you say keeps investors optimistic?
Yeah, funny. I think it's just the motive to make money, because I mean, there's always an opportunity. So think about it. When the market is down, it might be down, but it's also an opportunity for you to position. That's when the whole bargain hunting activities also come in. So it's just looking at the market extensively and knowing when to jump, and the right time to buy a particular stock, and also knowing the right time to exit. So the motive is simply the opportunity to make money. So what's the opportunity? What opportunity do I have as an investor right now to make money at the market currently? Nonetheless, or regardless of whatever situation that is going on in the markets. So yeah, I think that's one motive.
Well, that's fair. Let's talk about your top stocks going into the new week. What stocks would you be keeping an eye on that would be on your radar?
I think banking stock, the new listed stock, as well as Dank Sugar and a couple more.
Now, as the market wraps up trading for the month of November, where do you see the NGX index closing the year at?
So I think that market activities for next month or for the end of the week, for next week would actually spring between positive and negative, meaning that's going to be mixed. And this is because, I mean, the year is rounding up. You'll have investors who want to close the books for the year and take profit. So we might likely see some sell-off. And we'll also see some investors who have the staying capacity or the holding capacity who would like to position ahead for dividend payment for next year. So it's going to be mixed.
Right. Mercy.
Yeah.
We're going to have to leave it there. But thank you so much for sharing that with us. We appreciate your time on the show today.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Mercy Okon, research analyst at Parthian Securities.